It's win or go home. This is Do or Die Monday as the Ryukyu Golden Kings host the Toyama Grouses for game number 3 of their quarterfinal series. Welcome to the Okinawa Arena, and this place will be rocking because this is a do-or-die encounter between these two squads, the only quarterfinal that has gone to a Game 3. Game number 1 went to the home squad Ryukyu with a score of 92-75. Game number 2, Toyama won it 97-74. We've had both blowouts, and these two blowouts actually happened in the second half. The first two quarters were really close between both these squads, but surprisingly, the undermanned Toyama Grouses squad was able to scrap it out. Just with 2 imports, were able to make it and force a game number 3. There you have the quarterfinals results on your screens. So already 3 semifinalists are confirmed. Just one more to complete the semifinal cast. Will it be Ryukyu? Will it be Toyama? We'll find out in just a bit. If you really look at the different quarterfinal matchups, the seeded team, the team expected to win, did come out with a victory. Let's take a look at some of the action in the first 2 games. As we talked about it, 92-75 winning game number 1 were the heavily favored Ryukyu Golden Kings. And then in game number 2, pulling the rug from under them, Toyama comes out with a victory. Looking at the numbers of that game 2 victory, resounding victory really here for the visiting squad. They shot 69% from 2-point distance as compared to just 37% for the Ryukyu Golden Kings. So they shot miserably from the field. In fact, they shot 36% overall. That was poor. 60% shooting overall for the Toyama Grouses squad. Surprisingly, rebounding was a plus 11 for the Golden Kings, but still, they lost. But the huge figure was really the points in the paint. 52 points in the paint for Toyama as compared to just 26 for the Golden Kings. Well, the Golden Kings actually get a lot of their inside points from their big man Jack Cooley. But Jack Cooley has his hands full trying to stop Josh Smith. And Josh Smith is just about double his size. And so he can't really just spin and bully his way inside. He's getting bullied by Josh Smith. Let's see how much Jack Cooley can help offensively, and at the same time, there he is. You see, when Josh Smith puts his head down, he's just almost impossible to stop. There he says, he's a baby, just too small. Jack Cooley can't guard me. Those are the numbers we're talking about. 16 and 12, those are the turnover numbers. So the Golden Kings had 4 more turnovers than the Grouses, but interestingly, in game number 1, the Golden Kings came away with winners in that game, only had 4 turnovers in total. And they had 4 in the first quarter alone. They finished with 16. Julian Mavunga there on your screens. He will be carrying most of the scoring load once again, not to mention the fact that he will try to get his teammates involved. But coming away here with another victory to silence this raucous Ryukyu Golden King squad and their fans. And the fans didn't expect to make it here for a Monday game. They thought after tomorrow, their team can rest and relax as they prepare for the semifinals this coming weekend. But their squad is forced to play a game number 3 today. As we take a look at their lineup, again, they will be relying on Dwayne Evans. They will have Keita Imamura, Kim Tilly, Jack Cooley, Hayato Maki, who has done quite well in the starting role, and coming off the bench will be Narito Namizato, Fantasista, He wasn't able to dazzle the crowd yesterday in game number 2. But the crowd is hoping that he comes up with an exceptional game here today. Seiya Funyu, Takumi Ishizaki will also be helping out their squads. Not to mention Ryuichi Kishimoto, who always starts. And he comes up with big shots here and there. But yesterday, he was really hampered. On the other side, the lineup there of the Toyama Grouses. If you're just joining us for this series, Richard Solomon, one of their 3 imports, was sent home. So he's not going to be playing. He has not played in the last couple of weeks for Toyama because he violated team and league protocols. His contract was terminated. And at the same time, they will also be missing their national team stalwart, Kosuke Hashimoto, who is out with a season-ending injury. Our focus for this match are on the 2 imports. High-scoring import, Dwayne Evans there wearing number 13 for the Golden Kings. And the Grouses have number 32, Mavunga. You can see their averages very close to each other, but obviously with a whole lot more assists is Mavunga. He's a triple-double machine, while Evans likes to be able to score, and he leads the scoring average for his squad. Dwayne Evans with averages of 19 points to go with 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. We're going to be introducing the starting lineups in just a bit. Let's try to look at the contributions from the key players for both these squads. Jack Cooley, unfortunately for his squad, finished only with 8 points. He will have to do a whole lot more than that. Not to mention the fact that since he only had 8 points, actually looking at his field goal attempts, he only had 10. He should have more field goal attempts so that he can actually challenge Josh Smith defensively. Josh Smith was really lording it over inside that paint and didn't have to do too much defensively. Let's see if Jack Cooley tries to take it to him a little bit more. And defensively, what you can try to do when Josh Smith is on the outside, you can actually lay off him a little bit because Josh Smith is an excellent passer. But a lot of times you see the defenders sticking close to him, but he's not the kind of player that can blow by you. You stick close to him when he's inside the paint, but you give him some space, force him to shoot, and don't let him be an exceptional passer, getting his teammates involved. Let's see if they're able to make those adjustments. Talking about the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Evans will finish with 19 points, which is right at his average. But he scored 30 points in game number 1. So game number 2, his scoring output was a far cry from what he showed in the very first game. Kishimoto only finished also with 2 points. He was in double digits in game number 1. So a lot of scorers really not helping out their squad. Imamura had 27 points in game number 1. He finished with just 9 points in game number 2. Let's see if the stars for the Ryukyu Golden Kings can come alive here today. And the fans at the Okinawa Arena are hoping for that to happen. Now we're going to have the introduction of the starting 5 for the visiting squad. Amidst all this fanfare, starting for the Toyama Grouses, this has been their starting 5 in recent weeks, and the same starting 5 for game number 1 and game number 2, because essentially these are the only players they've got. They'll be starting out with number 11, Naoki Uto. Number 13, Satoru Maeda. Number 32, Julian Mavunga. Number 34, big boy Josh Smith. And number 77, Yuta Okada. Yuta Okada was exceptional also in yesterday's game number 2. Not just scoring in double digits, but he exploded in the third period. Scoring double digits in the third period alone, and he finished with 19 markers overall. So the top scorers for the Grouses yesterday, leading scorer was Mavunga with 23. Josh Smith had 22, and Yuta Okada had 19. They were also backed up by Uto, another one of their starters, with 12 points. Maeda was close to double digits as well with 9. So almost all the 5 starters We're in double digits, and that's exactly what needs to happen once again here for Toyama to be able to come out with a victory. I expect Jack Cooley, though, to be a little bit more aggressive, and let's see if that aggressiveness gets Josh Smith maybe into early foul trouble. Remember, Julian Mavunga fouled out yesterday. He had to work he has to really work so hard, and it was difficult for him to work on both ends. He was also trying to guard Evans. And now we've got the bench players for the home squad, the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Here come the starting five. And those are the starters here for the home squad. Ryukyu, same starting five. Dwayne Evans, Ryuichi Kishimoto, Naoki Tashiro, Jack Cooley, and Hayato Maki. There is Coach Hiroki Fujita. Looking at the leading scorers for their squad yesterday. Evans had 19. Tashiro had 13. 9 points for Imamura. And only 8 points for Jack Cooley. He would finish with 15 rebounds though. So he did his job on the rebounding. But he's going to really have his hands full here today, trying to stop Josh Smith. Despite that, the Grouses didn't go to Josh Smith as often as I would have expected them to, especially when Jack Cooley wasn't in. They still came away with a runaway victory, so hard to really second guess Coach Hono Hamaguchi. But I feel if you get a heavy dose of Josh Smith here, that will only help the squad of Toyama. There's Coach Hono. Last minute instructions. This is it. It's now or never, not just for that team, Toyama, but even now for the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Yesterday is a do or die for Toyama. They needed to win to force a game number 3. Well, we're here for the game number 3, and this is now a win or go home situation for both these squads. There you've got the referees handling today's proceedings. Once again, the only quarterfinal that went 3 games. Referee Kubo, Referee Arisawa, and Referee Hosoda. We got the starters here. Once again, Golden Kings have Evans, Kishimoto, Tashiro, Cooley, and Maki. For the visiting Grouses, starting out with Uto, Maeta, Mavunga, Smith, and Okada. This is it for all the marbles. It's sudden death for both these squads. A must-win situation here for the Golden Kings, especially being in front of their hometown fans and wanting to finally have a, shall we say, a good start to the series here in their new home, the Okinawa Arena. Recently inaugurated about a month ago. Tashiro for 3, no. Josh Smith with his first rebound. First attempt here for the visiting Toyama. Chance of defense. They go inside to Smith. That's a good strategy. He's going to try to bully his way in, and he'll get the first 2 points. he has a huge advantage, literally and figuratively, against Jack Cooley. Jack Cooley's a big boy as well. There might not be too many players that you can say could dwarf Cooley. Still 2-0. Maki will challenge. Come up short though. Kishimoto finds Tashiro. Tashiro inside. Overshoots. The tip will stay here with Evans. Evans with a 3. Overshoots. Smith's going to pick that one up and hand it over to Mavunga. Mavunga thought about that long 3. Okada. Okada all the way. No. But that is one of the keys to victory, is keep Okada involved. That's a good opportunity there for the Grouses. They weren't able to score though. It's still 2-0. A minute and a half already gone here in the first period. Kishimoto over the outstretched arms of Mavunga, and we're tied at 2. Our first tie. We're expecting this one to be a close one. No blowouts here. Mavunga will challenge, will miss. Maki's gonna track that one down. Looking for some early offense. No, Kishimoto will wait for the troops. Cooley comes out. Kishimoto for 3. Bang! Remember, Kishimoto did not have a very good game offensively yesterday. Wanting to be able to come up with a strong performance here to help his team move on to the semifinals. One of the keys to victory here also for Toyama is keeping Mavunga, number 1, out of foul trouble, and number 2, as fresh as he possibly can be. Josh Smith, together with Mavunga, played 40 minutes in game number 1, played 40 minutes in game number 2. Mavunga gets away inside, sneaks that in. Cuts that lead down to just 1. A cheer on their team here. Being the 6th man, Evans from the 15-foot line, that rattles out. Cooley with the offensive rebound, forced to bring it out. A lot of times he'll bully his way inside, but he can't bully Josh Smith. Tashiro looking for a spin. Will eventually lose it. Okada all the way home. And an assist to Mavunga. It's a 1-point lead by Toyama. Turnover story, big in game number 2 for the Golden Kings. Maki misfires. Mavunga looking for space. He's lucky Okada was there. Trying to post up. The much bigger Uto. Uto is 6'1". Maki is listed at 6'1" as well, but he doesn't look as tall as Uto. Let's see if they try to go and attack the youngster. Mavunga for 3. Hits. And it's now a 4-point lead for Toyama at 9-5. Four minutes gone in the first. Kishimoto, another 3. Short. Here's Okada. We'll try to push. He sees an open lane. Will miss on that layup though. That's a sorry miss there for the youngster. But if you're Coach Hono, you like what you see, the aggressiveness of Yuta. Here's Kishimoto. Inside, high off the glass, will miss. Josh Smith asking for a push. He's been appealing all 40 minutes yesterday. We'll get it on the outside, give it right back. Now to Mavunga against Maki. He gets by Maki. That's an easy pass. 3-point play in the offing here for the big man, Josh Smith. He's got the right seal. Watch it again. Nothing Tashiro could do. That was also a hard hack, and that's why Josh Smith isn't happy. He's going to feel that tomorrow. Lead is now at 6. Could be more. Josh Smith makes that. It is now 12-5. The 7 points, the biggest lead. Very early. Coming in is Fantasista. Three's not going to work. Tilly puts it through. Tilly just checked in. He likes to be able to work on the offensive end. Not to mention the fact that he plays tough defense. Fantasista inside. Back-to-back hits. Cuts that lead down to 3. That's instant energy and instant offense from Fantasista and Tilly. Uto gets it down safely. Out to Josh Smith. Here's what we were talking about. You can lay off him a little bit. They go to Mavunga. Uto. 3. No, that's a long 2. Check that. From Maeta, who also just entered the ball game. Back and forth action we're seeing here. And good offense. Uto's going to pick up a personal. He's going to be hard-pressed to stay in front of Fantasista. Narito na Misato, one of the quickest players here in the B-League. Uto couldn't believe it. Only the first team foul though on Toyama and the first on Uto. 4:15 remaining here in period number 1. They look for Fantasista again. It's a block. That looks like a good call. He got there slightly late. He's going to make the point that he got hit squarely on the chest. Let's take a look at that once again if we can. That's a bang-bang play. Could have gone either way. That's going to be the second personal on Uto and the second team foul on Toyama. And he continues to babble. It's not going to change the referee's mind though. Imamura, first attempt, hits. That's a good sign for the Ryukyu Golden Kings. And the bench is quickly giving them 7 points. Mavunga against Tilly. Using that screen. Maeta for 3. That's money. Well-run two-man game there. Maeta knocking down that 3. Fantasista. Definitely. Coach Fujita has told him he needs to be more aggressive. Together with this gentleman who also just checked in. Nothing there from Funyu. Funyu's got that in his arsenal. Just misses there. That might be a turnover. 2 players getting knocked down as Funyu was trying to help Tilly up. The ball will stay in this end. Tilly was asking for an offensive foul. There was no call. That should be ball for the Golden Kings, but it'll stay on this end. Still a 5-point lead enjoyed here by the visitors. So far, things looking good here for Toyama. Okada picks up his dribble. Now Mavunga on the other side. Will they run another 2-man game? Mavunga gets away, kicks it out. 3 a little bit too strong there for Matsuaki. Fantasista once again. Tilly gave it up. Rotation finds Imamura. Short. Okada will bring it up. Toyama still protecting a 5-point advantage. Okada for 3. That was a heat check. He was scorching yesterday. Imamura will be fouled. Who will that be on? Smith says, give it to me. But it might be on Mavunga. Watch the attack there. We'll take your pick. Both players came into contact with Imamura. 2 free throws now for the national team member. Keita Imamura with averages of 9 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Trying to help his team cut into this 5-point deficit. Checking back in is Evans. Cooley will take a rest. There's Jack on your screens together with Tashiro. Imamura looking for another explosive outing here. Desperately wanted to make it to the semifinals. They are the favored team. Not to mention the fact that despite the fact that even if Solomon or Hashimoto would play, they still would be favored on paper. Matsuaki inside to Josh Smith. Had to stay on this end though, but again, quick double teaming being showed there by Funyu, coming off from the weak side. Watch it there once again. A little bit of a grab from Tilly, but those are the nuances of the game that the veterans know how to use to their advantage to slow down the defender. 3 is not going to work. They had to put that one up. Takeshi Mito has checked in. Coach Fujita there calling out the play. Looking to try to get his team to within 1 or possibly even tie with a 3-pointer. 3 down is the play called by Namizato. Fantasista gets it back. Curl from Funyu. Tilly for 3. A little bit too strong. Mito. Inside to Josh Smith. That's a well-run play. That was misdirection there. They had Mito on the baseline, going from right to left, and the moment he got that pass, sliding inside was Joshua Smith. He got the pass, made the basket, and he's on the line now for a 3-point play opportunity. Watch it there once again. Josh Smith looking for his 8th point. Short. He will stay at 7 to go with 3 rebounds. Evans bringing it up. Gives it back to Fantasista. 1.5 minutes, just about, in the first period. Abi has checked in. The veteran. Evans inside. That's good strategy from Mavunga. Not challenging, and at the same time, Evans being extra aggressive when he sees Mavunga there looking to pick up a foul. Mavunga just gave it to him. They force Mito to shoot, and he misfires. A while ago, that was the first 2 points of Evans. Golden Kings hope that gets him going. Imamura turning that corner. Swings it. Evans issues a poor pass. Matsuaki will be fouled. That's just to stop the action there. Duty foul from Funyu. Turns out to be a good foul. Stops the fast break, and at the same time, Ryukyu not yet in the penalty. 45.3 seconds remain here in the first canto. Coming in now is Masashi Joho. Coach Hono really using his full complement of players here tonight. There's the veteran Abe. Gave them exceptional minutes yesterday. They're going to check to see if this is an unsportsmanlike foul. Should be just a regular foul. Because you could see Funyu was trying to make a play for the ball. Though you knew he really just wanted to stop the fast break more than anything else. But no malintent. Watch it here again. Try to make a stab at the ball. At least try to show the referees he was making a stab at the ball. And let's see what the officials deem it to be. They look at the replay. They agree. Ooh! It's an unsportsmanlike foul. There's a gray area there wherein if the officials deem it's a little bit excessive and you're not going for the basketball, they can call it an unsportsmanlike foul, which they did. That's going to mean 2 free throws plus ball possession here for Toyama. But Matsuaki not up to the task. Missing that first one. Makes the adjustment, makes the second. Lead is at 4, and they've got possession here. Seems like Toyama has picked up from what they got, the momentum they had yesterday in the 3rd and 4th periods. Maeta checks back in. That's more firepower from the outside. Jack Cooley will check in as well. As always, blowing a kiss when he heads into the court. Let's see where they go. Mavunga out to Abe. Saved it. He's going to lose it now. Fantasista pushes it forward. They kick it back. Imamura for 3. Bang! That was huge. That cuts the lead down to 1. Imamura finding the range early here in quarter number 1. Fraction off the game clock and the shot clock. Abe finds Smith. Smith puts it up. It's not going to drop. They went a little bit too early. Will they be made to pay? Yes, they will! Banking it off there is Keita Imamura, back-to-back threes. And it's a 2-point advantage for the Ryukyu Golden Kings after the first 10 minutes of play. Welcome back to the Okinawa Arena for game number 3 of this do-or-die quarterfinal between the Ryukyu Golden Kings and the Toyama Grouses. That was poor time management for the visiting squad. They attacked too early. They left more than enough time for the Golden Kings to come back with a shot. They put up a half-court shot, essentially. It banked through. And now, instead of being down by 1, we've got Ryukyu up by 2. Miss there from Josh Smith. You could understand what Abe wanted to do because he saw there was a mismatch when he tried to advance. That would have worked. If Josh Smith was able to knock that down, that's going to be a foul in Mavunga. Evans there, being really active in the offensive boards. That's going to be the first personal foul on Mavunga. Josh Smith has one. Oh, by his lonesome! Kishimoto can knock it down. Still a 2-point lead enjoyed by Ryukyu. Foul's going to be called there on Kishimoto. Trying to stop Maeta from getting position. Maeta is 6'2". Kishimoto is 5'10". Let's see if they try to go to that mismatch again. At least inside. Now Mavunga. That was tapped. They say it wasn't tapped. It's going to be another turnover here. First turnover for Toyama in the second period. Actually, almost a minute gone and neither team has scored. That will be turnover number 4. Imamura puts it up. Floater's not going to work. Abe's got to wait for his teammates. And then suddenly exploding. No foul's going to be called there on that attack from Maeta. Still nobody scoring here. Finally, we're going to get one from Evans. And the lead is now 4 for the Ryukyu Golden Kings. First basket for both these squads here in the second canto. Mavunga almost lost it. Ishizaki's going to pick up a personal. That's what you want to do if you're the Golden Kings. Make Mavunga work for everything. Toyama now, after being up by 7, find themselves down by 4. But still, the fans of the Golden Kings here at the Okinawa Arena on the edge of their seats didn't expect to be here on a Monday. They expected to win Saturday and Sunday and rest the entire week. Looking forward to their semifinal clash this coming weekend. But we're here. Glad to be bringing you B-League action on a Monday evening. Anthony Suntay with the call. Josh Smith bullying his way through. Not going to get it. Might have been a traveling violation. Referees let it go. Now Ishizaki. Ishizaki still. Lays it up and in. Stutter step there from Takumi Ishizaki. And it's a 6-point lead enjoyed by the Ryukyu Golden Kings. And the fans going nuts here at the Okinawa Arena. Big boy Josh Smith had a couple of opportunities down low, wasn't able to convert on those instances, and the Ryukyu Golden Kings turning it into offense on the other side, and now they have a 6-point lead. Right back now here to Josh Smith. Kicks it out. Okada will get it to drop. Okada staying aggressive. Okada now with 4 points to go with 3 rebounds. And the lead's been cut down to 4. First basket for the visiting squad. Ishizaki short on that one. Smith with the rebound. He looks over at the referee saying, out being held by Cooley once again. He should just focus on basketball and playing. They need him on both ends. Uto is going to lose this one. Turnover number 5. Evans will be fouled there by Okada. 2 free throws now for Dwayne Evans coming up. It has been a very slow start to this quarter by both these teams, but especially the Toyama Grouses. You like the aggressiveness, though, of the home squad, and they're being pushed forward by this highly partisan crowd. Evans now on the line for 2 shots, looking to bring the lead back up to 6. It's been a game of runs. Missed free throw there from Evans. In the first period, Toyama opened up a 7-point lead at 12-5. But here in the second period, they've trailed by as big as 6. The last at 26-20. Evans misses both. Uto's going to track that one down. Going to Mavunga. Mavunga doesn't want to challenge first. He's allowing his teammates to do their scoring. There's a lot of physicality there from Kishimoto. Shot clock at 5. Long 3. No. Kishimoto trying to rush things here. Now's when you want to go to Evans. When he's being guarded by Mavunga, and Mavunga's going to pick up his second personal. That's good strategy from the Golden Kings. In that particular instance, Mavunga might have been better served fronting Evans to force the perfect pass. But he stayed in the back and he's wondering. He said, I hardly touched him. In that replay, there was no touch. But prior to that, he was really banging bodies here with Evans. Poor pass. Uto will get all the way home. Turnover converted. That's going to be turnover number 3. Kishimoto. Now to Imamura. They go to Evans. Kishimoto turning the corner. Puts it up a little bit too strong. Cooley. Out. Evans for 3. That rattles out. The tap will go to the boys in gold once again. Evans will attack and then decides otherwise. Imamura for 3. Good line, a little bit too strong. Another offensive rebound. These long rebounds have been dropping in the hands of the Golden Kings. Tashiro thought about it. A long 3. Finally, Josh Smith says enough is enough. After 4 opportunities, they get the defensive board. And it's still just a 4-point deficit facing the Grouses. Okada to Mavunga. Mavunga up against Imamura. Turns that corner. Keita's going to pick up his first. That will be team foul number 3 for Ryukyu. Watch it once again. This is when Mavunga's got to take advantage. He got past Imamura. Are they going to say he was in the act of shooting? He wasn't. He was fouled on the ground as Kim Tilly joins the action once again. Good call by the referees. Out to Okada. Okada. Step back jumper. Will not go. But Tilly will be called for the foul down low. Josh Smith just planted himself there. Nothing Kim Tilly could do. One more foul for the Golden Kings. And it's going to be free throws. That's great jostling for a position there between those two imports, Smith and Tilly. So Tilly's giving up at least 80 pounds. Cooley back in. Evans to the bench. Joining the action once again is Mito. Mito is another one of those veterans. So Abe and Mito yesterday with quality minutes. He issued out a good pass to find Josh Smith a while ago. Smith recovers. Mavunga. Drop step. And there is Josh Smith. Just taking up so much space inside, and we are tied at 26. Only the second tie. We've got a good one on our hands here at the Okinawa Arena. Past the halfway mark of quarter number 2. Evans with a floater, yes. That's going to bring us to a timeout. They took Tilly out after he got that foul on Josh Smith. They left Evans inside, and Evans now gives Ryukyu a 2-point edge. It has been a well-played match here at the Okinawa Arena. This is game number 3 between the Ryukyu Golden Kings and the Toyama Grouses. The winner moves on to the semifinals here in the B.LEAGUE playoffs, or what they call the B.LEAGUE Championship. Mavunga bringing it up now. His team down by 2. That's an excellent bounce pass. It finds Matsuwaki. Matsuwaki's going to head to the line for 2 free throws. Not to mention the fact that with that foul, the Golden Kings will be in the penalty. Well-run play from Coach Hono Hamaguchi. They had the second cutter coming in. And that's when the pass was issued. Matsuwaki looking to tie this ball game up once again. Only 3 turnovers for the Golden Kings, only 5 for the Grouses. It's been a high level of basketball we witnessed here this Monday evening. We're tied at 28. Trying to push it forward. Tashiro will wait for the rest of the troops. Fantasista back in the ball game as well, together with Imamura. They came off the bench a while ago and were very instrumental in giving their squad 7 straight points. Evans inside. That's a good challenge. And also, wisely, Mavunga just gave up that shot. He's got 2 personal fouls already. He cannot foul out like what happened yesterday. Smith on the outside. Now Mavunga. Mavunga for 3. That's a little bit off to the left. Fantasista trying to rush things. Goes to the side. They go in. 3. Yes! Imamura scorching. Keita right now has 14 points. The lead's up to 5. Back inside to Josh Smith. And a foul's going to be called on Jack Cooley. It's going to be Cooley's first. That's a specialty here of Josh Smith. He will just lower his shoulder and put up the shot. And Jack Cooley's explaining there to Coach Fujita, what else could I do? I got to the position. I was holding my ground. Nevertheless, it's 2 free throws here for Smith. He makes the first. That cuts the lead down to 4. Just like what's the game plan in game number 1. And in game number 2 is for Toyama to possibly win this ball game. They just needed to stay in step with Ryukyu. They are undermanned. They don't have as much firepower. And steal it in the 4th quarter. But yesterday, they were exceptional in quarters number 3 and 4. And that's why they won it, winning by a huge margin of 97-74. That big margin might not happen here for both these squads. Looks like we're going to go down to the last 2 minutes with the outcome hanging in the balance. Fantasista knocks that down. Fantasista now with 4 points. Quick attack. Josh Smith inside. That's good strategy from Toyama. Attack the interior. When the help defense comes, leave it for your big man. Smith now with 13 points. Imamura, he's feeling it. Another 3. Imamura now with 17 points. And we're still in the 2nd period. Mavunga, baby hook, drops. And he cuts the lead down to 4. They're just hanging in there. This Toyama squad will not go away. Fantasista will give it up. Surprising. He didn't get it back, but he got it back there. That's a long 3. Cooley almost got that rebound. Trailing by 4. Toyama. Here's Mavunga. To the wing. Maeta won't get that to drop. Fantasista. Quick push. Cooley. Basket and 1. Maeta was caught in no man's land. He needed to get in between the passing lane. You see that pass zipped inside. Let's see that again. Fantasista. Perfect. Cooley knew all he had to do was just turn and shoot. The lead is back again to 6. Got a timeout on the floor. Toyama wants to talk things over. Stellar play here from the national team member Keita Imamura. He had a dismal performance yesterday by his standards. And so today, he has 17 points already to go with 2 rebounds and 1 assist. That's what you talk about, early offense. Waiting for the defense to react and handing it over to your big man. Right now, it's still a 4-point lead enjoyed by the Golden Kings. And 1 more free throw coming for Jack Cooley. Mavunga with 2 personals. Tashiro has not helped offensively, but defensively, he's always been there for his squad. Coming off the bench, Narito Namisato Fantasista with 4 points on 2 buckets. And that assist a while ago you just saw to Cooley. Lead is still at 6. Smith on the outside. Now, Matsuwaki passes to the corner. There was no one there. Mavunga looking over at Mito and saying, you gotta hold that ball and take possession. Matsuwaki is a youngster at 23 years old. A little bit out of control that time. A minute and change remaining here in the first half. Tashiro to the corner. Here's Evans. Will he try to challenge? He'll give it up. That's an offensive foul. Extending the arm there was Tashiro. Mavunga now talking to his teammates, telling them, we've got to settle down. Make sure we take advantage of every single possession. You can't do that. Especially when you've got the referee right in front of you. Kishimoto's going to check back in. As always, starting out for Coach Fujita, together with Tashiro, who's on the bench now. Steal! Fantasista! Will give it up. No, that was good defense there from Julian Mavunga coming down. And it made Fantasista second guess whether he's going to go for the layup. He went for the pass, and it went awry. That was 2 points wasted there by Ryukyu. Mavunga will now attack. He's got Evans on his hip. Will misfire. Smith tried to bully his way. Could have been called for an offensive foul there on Evans. That's what they're asking the referees for. Matsuwaki's going to pick up a personal. That's going to mean free throws. Suddenly, Matsuwaki now with 2 mistakes here. A while ago, attacking a little bit too early with his teammates not in the right position. And then there comes up with a poor foul. 2 free throws coming up here for Ryukyu to extend this already 6-point lead. In fact, the 6 points is a luxury at this stage. Both these squads really trying to scrap. And then you're going to send somebody like Imamura, who's in rhythm already here today. That's going to be point number 18 for Keita. You're going to give this gentleman even more confidence, even more points heading into the second half. That's not good. 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. And let's see if this time Toyama uses the clock wisely. Lead is at 8, the biggest for either squad. Josh Smith not happy. He's been shaking his head all throughout this game. Not to mention the fact that, yes, he was getting hammered left and right in games number 1 and games number 2. But they've hung tough. And that's why we're here for a game number 3 here this Monday evening. Mavunga asking for help. Matsuwaki gives it up. Smith, a little bit outside his comfort zone. They swing it. Okada for three. No. Cooley with the rebound. More than enough time. Set up Imamura. That would have been huge. That would have given them an 11-point advantage, but nonetheless, hot shooting here from Keita Imamura with his 19 points. And he has led his squad, the Ryukyu Golden Kings, to an advantage of 42-34 at the halftime break. It's halftime here of game number 3 between the Ryukyu Golden Kings and the Toyama Grouses. This, the only quarterfinal that actually went the full route. The other 3, won by the favored team, 2 games to nothing. In this one, the Ryukyu Golden Kings drew first blood, winning 92-75 last Saturday. Yesterday, Sunday afternoon, it was Toyama coming right back with a 97-74 victory, which has set up an interesting battle between these two squads fighting for that last spot in the semifinals. As you can see there, Maeta hitting from the outside. A while ago, you saw Fantasista checking in. And that second unit, including Imamura here, has given them a real jolt. Imamura actually finished with 19 points coming off the bench. And that was big. Clock mismanagement by Toyama ends up in that last second heave, knocked down by Imamura. And then they went inside to Evans. Suddenly handicapped was Julian Mavunga because he picked up 2 personal fouls. And he didn't want to pick up a third, at least not in the early part of this ball game. Uto got away there. Evans let him have it. Evans would also foul out yesterday, so he's also managing his fouls. Josh Smith has 1. Cooley has 1. But there's Imamura, looking to be able to duplicate his exceptional feat in game number 1. He had 27 points then. Now he's got 19 in only 2 quarters of play. There he is hitting another 3. But it's going to be a battle to the very end. We expect Mavunga with a baby hook working. Bullet pass inside. Finds Jack Cooley. Basket and 1. Cooley has his share also of scoring. As we break down the numbers here of this match, well played so far. You can see from 2-point distance inside the arc, Golden Kings shooting 55% as compared to 50% for the Grouses. From 3-point distance, making 6 out of 21. So 4 more threes, and those are essentially from Imamura. Has really given them this lead. Not too many turnovers. 5 for the Golden Kings, 7 for the Grouses. But this is a big stat. Only 20-18 points in the paint. Because yesterday, if you look at that Game 2 win, it was heavily in favor of the visiting squad. Points in the paint was 52 as compared to 26 for the Golden Kings. So the Golden Kings have made an extra effort in making sure there are no easy baskets and making life really difficult for Josh Smith inside. Head-to-head matchup between Evans and Mavunga. Just about even. But more than anything else, you're looking at the score on the board. And it's an 8-point lead enjoyed by the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Free throw numbers, not really that telling. 8 free throws given to Toyama. They made 6. 7 free throws awarded to the Golden Kings. They made 4. Not exactly shooting the lights out from the 15-foot line at 57% for the Golden Kings, but they made 6 threes out of 21 tries. Not a good average at 28%, but nonetheless, they made 4 more threes as compared to their opponents. Though Toyama's got a better, slightly, they didn't really take too many threes. They've only taken 10, making 2. But because they've made 4 more threes, they've been able to build up this lead. Sit back, relax, and enjoy B.LEAGUE action here this Monday. It's not every time you say that we've got B.LEAGUE action on a Monday. We're usually on a Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, but for the playoffs, or what they call the B.LEAGUE Championships, this is it. For all the marbles for these two squads, we've got a Monday game, a decider between Ryukyu and Toyama. If you remember yesterday's win by Toyama, it was an exceptional third and fourth period. And because they shot the lights out in the last two periods, they came away with a victory and they won by a huge margin. Who would have thought they would have won that one? 97-74. Here we go. Third quarter. We'll have a better start. Essentially the same starting five for both these squads, except for Imamura. Why not keep Imamura in the ball game when he's shooting this well? Kishimoto, floater, drops. That's going to give Ryukyu a 10-point advantage, the biggest lead. Quick call. He's going to go against Maki. He's going to learn. These are two future stars of the B-League. Hayato Maki, the 22-year-old for Ryukyu, and Yuta Okada, another 22-year-old, but this time for Toyama. Okada actually was the Rookie of the Year in 2018-2019. So 22 years old. He's played in the league 2 years already. And there he is! Misfiring though on that three. He was the hero yesterday with 19 points. But he needs to remain aggressive. And I'm sure that's exactly what Coach Hono has reminded him. Doesn't matter if you miss, but we need you taking shots, keeping the defense honest. Imamura. Now Kishimoto. Another floater works. Or they're going to say there was a violation before that one. Score is now at 43-34. Which shouldn't be. Because at the half, it was 42-34. And there was a twinner by that gentleman there. Even if this didn't count, that's going to be a foul on Cooley off that turn. But that should be 44. There you go. 44-34. That is our right score. But Jack Cooley picking up a second foul. Getting way inside. That's going to help. Basket there from Maeta. He's got 5 points. Imamura will bring it down himself. The other players have really got into the scoring act to try to take off the attention from Mavunga and Josh Smith. Cooley with a floater, yes. And Jack Cooley's got to be aggressive as well. See if he can make Josh Smith work on the defensive end. Cooley now with just his 4th point on 2 baskets. Okada. Okada gets denied. And Cooley's happy about that block. Why not? He just scored, came up with a big block. And that is going to be a foul. And it's going to be a foul on Okada. That was very close to Kishimoto picking up that one. Cooley with 4 points, 11 rebounds and 1 assist. Okada will pick up the personal there. 2nd team foul. 2 team fouls rather for Ryukyu and the 1st team foul for Toyama. Coach Fujita's got to be happy though. His team in the driver's seat. They trailed early. They trailed by 7 at 12-5. Push from Evans. Really, a lot of physicality. Evans pushing off, and a foul is going to be called there on Toyama. Maeta can't believe it. He said, I was standing my ground. It would be nice to see that again. Actually, there's a lot of pushing and shoving between Mavunga and Evans. Referees letting these players really play, allowing them to be real physical with one another. Baseline inbound. Cooley. Now Evans. Back to Kishimoto. Kishimoto once again will kick it out and lose it. Okada. Okada will challenge and will miss. Man down here. Trying to take advantage. Imamura. Short. Mavunga with a rebound. And now they're going to stop play. That's Maeta that's down. And Kishimoto looking over at the bench saying he went down because I brought him down and I apologize. You might not see that too much in other leagues when a player readily acknowledges the fact that he was at fault. There was no foul called. And Maeta just got the wind knocked out of him. You didn't see it on the replay there. If you could see just a fraction of a second earlier to see exactly what happened to Maeta. But he did come into contact with Kishimoto. 7:28 remaining here in the third. 46-36 is our tally. If you're just joining us, this is game number 3. Kishimoto goes over and gives a hand to Maeta. Matsuaki's going to check back in. Matsuaki was big in game number 2. Had a couple of miscues here today. Uto, no. Foul's going to be called on Evans. That's going to be the second personal in Evans. Holding on to Mavunga. Mavunga and Evans have really gone at it. Let's see if tempers start to flare here. They go to Smith. A little bit outside his comfort zone. Has to give it up. Uto. Now Matsuaki. Mavunga. Matsuaki for 3. Won't get that. Kishimoto grabs that. And Okada's down. Knocked down by his own teammate. Maki for 3. Knocks it through. And the lead is now at 13. Hayato Maki, who's a rookie, former college MVP, gives his squad a 13-point lead as Okada tries to get up. He banged knees with his own teammate. And now a timeout will be called by Coach Hono. Let's see if Okada will be good to go when we get back from this break. Welcome back to game number 3 at the Okinawa Arena here for this battle between the Ryukyu Golden Kings and the Toyama Grouses. It's a 13-point lead enjoyed by the hosts. That was the question we asked yesterday and even in game number 1 last Saturday. How long Can Josh Smith and Julian Mavunga sustain their attack, sustain their strength, because they're playing the entire 40 minutes? They came up with an excellent performance yesterday. Right now, they've been silenced here in the third period. And Evans attacking. Blocking foul is going to be called on Mavunga. That's going to be his third. And you can see Jack Cooley doing a little bit of a jig there because they know that's big. Mavunga now with 3 personal fouls with still 6:24 remaining in the third period. That's going to keep him hampered defensively. Not quite sure why Evans didn't go up for the shot. That might have been a 3-point play. Well, things not looking good for Toyama here. But a lot of basketball still to be played here tonight. They're going to give Evans 2 free throws. That means they felt he was fouled in the act of shooting. So if he laid that one up, it could have been a 3-point play. Should have been a 3-point play, but he misses the first free throw. Coach Fujita nodding, saying, it's okay. We're in a good place. But I'm sure Evans wants to settle the outcome if they possibly can. Just like what happened in game number 1. The save. Gonna go to the wrong individual. Evans. And he stopped when he had Mavunga in front of him. Imamura sails in, misses. Cooley with the offensive rebound. Cooley will miss once again. Smith picks it up, hands it over to Abe. Smith all by his lonesome. That's too easy. Cuts the lead down to 11. Josh Smith now with 15 points. Running their set once again. They go to Evans. Evans, he should attack. Imamura with another 3. In and out. And the ball will go back to the Grouses. Imamura apologizing there, but there's nothing for him to apologize. That was an open shot. A shot he should take and oftentimes makes. Fantasista will check in. Some more speed here. Tashiro will enter. That means more firepower from the outside and tough defense. 5.5 still to be played here in the third. Coach Hono telling his team, don't worry, there's still a whole lot of time remaining. But the problem is, Mavunga with 3 fouls. What can Abe contribute here this Monday evening? They go to Smith. Too far out. Mavunga. He should challenge. And does. Almost a travel. Falls back. Will miss. Mackey with the rebound. Good defensive stance there by Evans. Not quite sure why they're not trying to go to Josh Smith. He does have the advantage inside that paint. 3's not going to work. Smith with another board. Smith now in double digits with 10 rebounds. A little bit too strong on that attack coming from Mito. A lot of times coaches say use the glass. It's more forgiving. Fantasista. Fantasista with a shot. No problem. They're leaving him open. And at the same time, off that switch, it was Julian Mavunga picking him up. And Mavunga is not going to come close to any shooter at this stage. Remember what happened yesterday? He fouled out. Attacking a 3-point shooter. Not a good pass. And a foul would be called on Josh Smith. Jack Cooley being very active. Not happy about that foul. Well, the hand came down, hit him in the face, and then hit him in the arm. Both imports talking to each other, saying, yep, you got to give me that pass, but give it a little higher. I can jump higher than Jack Cooley. Jack Cooley wants to take a look at this one. Will they upgrade it? Right now, just a regular foul. But Jack Cooley constantly complained. And now, the officials are going to take a look at it here. Well, it seemed like Josh Smith was just trying to make a stab for the ball after Cooley got that interception. Let's see what they decide. There was definitely a slap in the face, though. But that, if you ask me, was inadvertent. Will the referees see it the way I do? We'll find out in a bit. They're asking for the third official to come in. That's hardly happened. I guess the two officials taking a look at the screen couldn't agree. One said one thing, the other one said another. And that's why they'll call in the third official. And he's got to have the tiebreaker. So this is not looking good here for Josh Smith and Toyama. Well, the personal foul stays. Watch it again. But really, this is going to hurt the Toyama team more than Josh Smith, because even if it's upgraded, it's a regular foul. Finally, from that second angle we saw, yes, there seemed like there was a slight touch to the face. Wondering why it took that long for them to decide. But they came up with, seems to be the correct call, because that would have given them ball possession. So that would have been a double black eye for Toyama. 4:05 still to be played here in the third. A whole lot of basketball yet to be witnessed here. Coming to you from the Okinawa Arena. Anthony Suntay with the call. Thanks for joining us as Fantasista and company looking to book their spot in the semifinals and face the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Fantasista with another jumper. Hits! That's from essentially the same spot he hit earlier. Now they go to Smith. Smith with a kick out. Abe inside. Gets that layup. Badly needed points here for Toyama as they cut that lead down to 13. They go to Evans. Evans thought about that long too. Maki fakes the pass and goes all the way to the hoop. Lead is back up to 15. Mavunga. Straight B to the basket. That's going to be the third personal foul also for Evans. Watch it here. Direct line. And he said, I'll put you in foul trouble as well. But the luxury of Coach Fujita is he can rest Evans, make sure he doesn't pick up another foul, but he's got Kim Tilly in harness. And there's Kim. On the other side, Coach Hono has only got 2 imports and doesn't even have his national team reinforcement in Kosuke Hashimoto at his disposal, out with a season-ending injury. Mavunga short on that free throw. Could that be fatigue starting to set in? He got rid of Evans, and now he's got a fresh Kim Tilly to deal with here. That's a big 15-point disadvantage, and you can see he made the adjustment. That has to be fatigue. He pushed that free throw more than taking a regular shot, and he missed badly. Maki Kicks it out. Tilly for 3. Yes! And the lead is now 18. And the fans here on their feet, and why not? The Ryukyu Golden Kings looking good. Looking like they can advance to the semifinals. Matsuaki, short. Cooley with the rebound. Fantasista looking for more. They're looking for the knockout punch here. Behind the back pass, not gonna work. A little bit too fancy that time from Fantasista. Matsuaki dribbling and eventually gives it up. Mavunga to Smith. Bullet pass isn't gonna get there. Fantasista says, we've got time. We've got the advantage scoring wise, and we've got Tilly off the bench. Let's see if they can go to him. Tashiro will get that to drop. Foul and 1. They are looking for the knockout blow here. Josh Smith saying, I didn't even jump. He went straight into me. Let's see that once again if we can. Tashiro, no fear. Attacking Josh Smith. That's a wise move. Getting the body contact. And Smith saying, I was just standing my ground. That's the problem when you're that wide. It's 60-40. A minute 34 remaining. And Ryukyu in complete command at this stage. One more free throw now coming the way of Naoki Tashiro. This will give them a big 21-point edge. And it's there. What a third quarter here for the Ryukyu Golden Kings. In stark contrast to what happened yesterday, where in the third and fourth quarters were owned by Toyama. They've got a huge mountain to climb here. Incidentally, that was the third personal foul of Josh Smith. Forcing the action there is Uto. Tashiro can't believe it. These two players have been going at it since game number 1. Naoki Uto and Naoki Tashiro. But Tashiro should just suck it up at this stage. They're up big. A minute 14 remaining. He will have to be replaced though. He's too valuable. They want him just in case Toyama makes a run in the fourth. Uto now on the line. The name of the game to end this quarter for Toyama is to come up with at least one more stop and score to bring this deficit entering the fourth quarter to a more manageable level. It's at 20 at this stage. They flipped the switch. They're following another script here. Yesterday, in the third period, it was all Toyama, and they coasted to victory. And now here in the third, it's the Golden Kings, trying to make their fans happy here at Okinawa. Now they're using clock. Tilly for three. That would have been huge. Mavunga trying to score here. And he passes it to the bench. That was all Mavunga. And we talked about it. The fatigue factor is starting to set in now. That will be turnover number 10. Let's see if they can get another stop here, just to make the fourth period competitive. Fantasista. No. Mavunga's got to give this one up. He's going to bring it down himself and expend even more energy. Can they go to Smith? Uto in the outside. That rattles out. Not a good foul. That's going to be 2 free throws here for the Golden Kings. Well, he'll learn. That's Okada there trying to get a steal. That's his third foul as well. Okada today with just 4 points. He finished with 19 yesterday. An explosive third period. No explosion for him today here. And he sends Jack Cooley to the line for even more free throws. Cooley, though, misses. Can Toyama score in the final 11.8 seconds to bring this deficit down? Could be at 20. It's at 20. Mavunga might take matters into his own hands. Does. Goes all the way. That's going to end the third period. Tilly complaining. But Mackey's telling him it doesn't matter. We're up by 18. It's 62-44 after we've played 3 periods here at Okinawa Arena. Back to the action here at the Okinawa Arena. Only 10 points scored there by Toyama. They can't hit that basket. That would have greatly helped them out. And a foul is going to be called there. Not a good sign here for the Grouses. Telling point there was 20 points scored by the Golden Kings and only 10 by Toyama in the third canto. And they've built up a huge lead now at 18. Tilly to Fantasista. Fantasista finds Tilly. Tilly might have to put this one up. Exceptional passing. Really patient play, but Josh Smith there grabs that rebound. That might have settled the outcome. Mavunga forces the issue. Will pick up a foul. Well, there's no tomorrow here for both these squads. Imamura's going to pick up a personal. A while ago, Josh Smith picking up his fourth foul. So he's definitely handicapped defensively. There's nothing he can do. Even offensively, he's got to be careful in trying to wrestle for those offensive rebounds and even trying to push his way inside. Mavunga, that looked a little too strong, it was. Okada's come into contact with a few players here today, and he's come up limping. Fantasista left open for that shot. Smith with the rebound. That's just going to be a tap out. No, they're going to call a foul. That's going to be a foul on Kim Tilly. Second team foul for Ryukyu. Almost a minute gone here in the fourth and final period. The Golden Kings want a big victory here today. Nice give and go. Tilly will be called for a foul on that one. 2 more free throws for Julian Mavunga. But Mavunga has missed more than his share of free throws. He's missed 3 already. Tilly's going to pick up his 4th. He will take a seat and expect Jack Cooley to come right back in. There's Jack, blowing a kiss once again. Mavunga now. Important free throws. He shot that one better. Still time remaining here. A whole lot of it. 8:48 to be played. Mavunga cuts that deficit even further. For the Golden Kings, just like the point we were making yesterday, for Toyama when they had the lead, you cannot play not to lose. You got to continue to play to win. Pad that lead if you can. Going to the corner, Maki will be fouled. Too aggressive that time was Maeta. You like your players to stay aggressive, but you cannot come up with cheap fouls. That's going to be the second team foul for Toyama. And here comes starter, Ryuichi Kishimoto. He's come up with heady plays here today. Not to mention Tashiro. He's also fielded back in. This might be their strongest 5. Kishimoto, Tashiro, Imamura. Long 3! That's what happens when Kishimoto comes in well rested. Strong legs. Mavunga trying to answer. Will not. Smith with the offensive rebound. Will misfire. Get it back. 17 points now for Josh Smith. But Toyama cannot trade baskets at this stage. They're down by 16. You've got to stay with Kishimoto, even when he's deep. Evans. Evans with a bad pass. Mavunga. Mavunga picking up steam. Gets all the way in. And the lead's been cut down to 14. And he's got 14 points. And a timeout will be called here by Coach Hiroki Fujita. Just wanting to make sure his team is still in the right frame of mind. Back to the action here at the Okinawa Arena. 7:41 remaining. Still time for Toyama. But for the Ryukyu Golden Kings, they want to be able to win this one and win it now if they can in the next 2 minutes. So they can breeze through victory in game number 3. Evans picks up his dribble. Kishimoto, hounded by Mavunga. They're going to lose it, but a foul is going to be called. Kishimoto looks hurt, but he says he's going to try to walk it off. Foul will be called on Ryukyu. That's going to be their final foul before free throws are given to Toyama. Not a good sign for the Golden Kings. Still a lot of time here. You don't want to stop the clock and give easy free throws to your opponent. Uto. Hounded by Tashiro. We've enjoyed this matchup between both Nayokis since game number 1. Smith gave it up. Mavunga forces the issue. Smith should have taken it in, but he looks like he's a little bit tired. Now they go to Imamura. Imamura stops, pops, and hits. And the lead is back up to 17 for the Ryukyu Golden Kings, and 22 points now for Keita. Mavunga attacks once again. Puts it up. No call, they say. Good defense. And Mavunga is tired. Evans explodes and slams that through. Let's take a timeout here from Coach Hono, and there it is. Taking it strong to the basket was Dwayne Evans, making sure of that one with a 200 slam. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the playoff lives of Toyama. They're down by 19. Badly need to score. Kick ball. Shot clock will be reset to 14. Josh Smith needs to find his second wind. So does Julian Mavunga. If they want to still have any hopes of winning this ball game. Uto. Or they'd like to be able to find Okada if they can. You can see Mavunga out of rhythm. That's going to drop. That's going to help them. Courtesy of Maeta. Leads cut down to 17. Evans now will bring it down. Evans in no hurry. Everything really working in their favor here. They're going to use clock. And here, floater's going to miss. That would have been big for Tashiro. Uto. Uto, can he attack? Will he attack against a shorter defender? Does. Basket and one. Kishimoto's going to pick up that personal. Naoki Uto with a 3-point play in the offing. Cuts that lead down to 15. Could be 14. With still a lot of time remaining. Just when the Ryukyu Golden Things thought they can coast to victory, Naoki Uto comes up with a 3-point play. He completes it. 14 points is a good lead. It's sizable. But still, you're not out of the woods. Kishimoto. Kishimoto now. Two-man game. They go to Evans. Evans. Imamura for 3. He's going to come up short. Mavunga with a rebound. Mavunga now with 8 boards. Okada. He's been quiet. Why not try to go to him? Mavunga explodes. Kicks it out. Okada for 3. Won't get it. Evans with a rebound. BQ. Dodged the bullet there. Now Evans says, I will take control. I will attack. We go to the wing. Nice tap from the back from Maeta. .4:23 remaining here in this one. We've got an official timeout. We'll be back for the exciting windup in just a bit. Welcome back to the Okinawa Arena as we have game number 3 The all-deciding final game of this last quarterfinal. It's between Ryukyu and Toyama. The winner moves on to the semifinals. Jumper from the side is going to help Imamura and company. Imamura now with 24 points. And the lead is back up to 16 as we approach the 4-minute mark. They go inside. Hook's going to work there for Josh Smith. He's been silent though. He's got 19 points, 15 rebounds, but it's been a very quiet 19. Already, 3 teams are in the semis. Utsunomiya Brex, Kawasaki Brave Thunders, and we have the Chiba Jets. One more spot to be filled, and Imamura says, "Let it be us!" Hitting another 3 there. And the lead is ballooned to 17. Answering back though is Uto. 75-60 is our tally. 3:20 remaining. The winner of this one moves on to face the Chiba Jets this weekend. It's going to be a jump ball. Where does possession arrow point? It points to the home team, so the ball will stay here with Ryukyu. Uto is one of those players that really gets under the skin of the opponents, but you love to have him as a teammate. He will scrap and fight till the very end. The fans trying to get behind their squad, giving them one final push here. Jack Cooley has come into contact with so many players. Evans, that could have been the dagger. Cooley, inside. Well played. Lead back up to 17. An assist for Evans. Uto will miss, but he'll head to the line. That's what happens when a team gets into team foul trouble early. Bashiro's day is done. First casualty here, fouling out. But their team comfortably up by 17. Under 3 minutes remain. Can they hold on? Uto's going to miss that free throw. So many missed free throws here today for the Toyama Grouses. They've missed 6 already. They could have been knocking on the door. Second one's gonna fall in. A lot of defensive pressure being shown here now. That's clearly a foul from Uto. Well, a foul that they could give up. Still even more defensive pressure. Evans should be able to bring this down himself, but he passes it forward to Maki. Maki will attack and give it up. He will now use some clock. Uto sticking there like glue. Solid pick there from Cooley. Maki will bring it closer and overshoot. Mavunga for 3. That was way offline. No chance of that one going in. Nice save. And nice slide there from Maki. So check that. That was Imamura. We're approaching the final 2 minutes. Evans forcing the issue. And a foul's going to be called. And that is it for Julian Mavunga. Mavunga talking to Evans there, saying that happened at the other end. You weren't calling the foul. Well, check that. That's only going to be the 4th. It's Josh Smith with 4. Nevertheless, 2 free throws coming up here for Evans. Not as explosive as he was in game number 1 when he had 30 points. He only has 10 here. And he misses that free throw. He's got 7 rebounds and 5 assists though. Both teams have really had to scrap here. Only one player with a breakout game, and it was Keita Imamura. He's got 27. Split there from Evans. Brings the lead back up to 17. Time is running out on Toyama. Smith. They're going to allow him to get that dunk. Now again, Evans breaks that double team. Gets it past the timeline. That's one thing they don't want to do, is attack early. Now they attack. Kishimoto almost lost it. 5 seconds remain in their shot clock. Kishimoto disappointed. He could have taken that shot. But they're still on the offensive here. Up by 15. If they score here, it's game over. Toyama with a defensive stop here. We'll have the door slightly ajar. Three-pointer, the dagger, no. Still a glimmer of hope. But Toyama need to score quickly. If they can get a 3, much better. Thiele's going to check in. Cooley will take a rest. Thiele a little bit more mobile. I think they're going to be guarding against the 3 here. Not that you want to give up the easy 2. Challenge them at 2, but don't give them any 3s. Matsuaki, another outside gunner. What's happening here? They're hoisting the white flag. Mavunga being replaced. Josh Smith being replaced. They could have tried to play the foul game. But as I guess they said, let's raise the white flag. And Okada will be given that. Oh, it's a basket and 1. That's going to bring the lead down to 12. With a successful free throw here from Okada. Mathematically, still possible if you really look at it. They're going to need to catch a couple of breaks though. Will they get it past the timeline? They do. Thiele will hold on to this one. 10 seconds remaining in the shot clock. And now they foul. Why? Shot clock was winding down. Not to mention the fact, if you're going to foul, you should have fouled earlier. If they played tough defense there, they forced a miss, and they hit even a 2-point basket on the other end, the lead would have been down to 10 with a minute remaining. A tough ask, yes, but still a glimmer of hope. But now when you come up with a foul, these 2 free throws will really settle the deal and end the issue of who's going to move on to the semifinals. Again, Utsunomiya Breaks, Kawasaki Brave Thunders, and the Chiba Jets already into the Final 4. And it looks like it's going to be the Ryukyu Golden Kings joining that elite group. Kishimoto will miss. Makes the second free throw. Leads at 13. Well, the name of the game here for the Golden Kings is no fouls. There's that three from Okada. And the lead is down to 10. 56.6 seconds remain. Well, they had no choice. They had to come up with a foul there. Go for the steal, if not foul, and you hope Ryukyu misses some free throws. Again, going to that earlier permutation, you see they're only down by 10 now. If they didn't give up those free throws a while ago, could have been a smaller deficit. Kishimoto, no problem with the first. Kishimoto slowly picking up more points. He's got 11 now in 23 minutes of action. We'll make both. Lead back up to 12. They're going to be content to just make their free throws and trade baskets. They allowed his three, and it drops. The lead is down to 9. 46 seconds remain. They have the trap. Force the pass. Now they're going to while away the time. Might get a steal though. They get it. Pushing it forward. Okada for three. Yes! Under 30 seconds to play. The lead is down to 6. That's exactly what I was talking about. Why bring out Josh Smith? Why bring out Mavunga? Raising the white flag unless they were trying to play possum and then step on the gas. And they have here. Timeout will be called by Ryukyu. Their lead has been cut down to 6. It's still a 2-possession ball game here at the Okinawa Arena. And with offensive possession are the Ryukyu Golden Kings. But if they're not going to foul, that's going to be it. Trying to get a steal. They get another one. Leads down to 4. 15 seconds remain. They didn't foul, and Fantasista gave it up. Still a 2-possession ball game though. Kishimoto will be fouled. Even with a split from the line, it will still stay at a 2-possession ball game. Okada's done. Fouling out. That's a gallant stand put up here though by Toyama. And it's appreciated by Josh Smith and Julian Mavunga. They reinsert Uto. And they go over to congratulate one of their youngsters for a job well done. And now the officials are going to take a look at this one. Didn't look like an unsportsmanlike foul. It's a foul, obviously, that had to be given and given quickly. Will we have a regular foul? No, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. And that's it. That just settled the outcome. And he can't believe it. I can't either. I hear you. It'll be nice to see that again if we can. But Kishimoto quietly adding to his tally. He's now got 14. Could be 15 here. And with ball possession, I don't expect Toyama to foul anymore. The outcome has been settled. And Ryukyu, in 14.3 seconds, will officially book their spot in the semifinals. One more inbound to end this match. Our final quarterfinal. And a foul still. 2 free throws here will make it, even, in fact, just 1 free throw will make it a 3-possession ball game with 13.4 seconds remaining. I guess they want to add to the scoring of Kishimoto. But he doesn't oblige. He misses the free throw. He can't believe it. He's missed a few here today. Coach Hono, they had a successful season. They finished with 39 wins, 21 losses. But this one will sting. Well, they tried their best. There's going to be another foul from Uto. For what? The lead is at 7. 5.7 seconds remain. You want to leave with your head held high. Well, they did come up with a good outing despite the fact that they were handicapped. No Richard Solomon sent home because of violating league protocols, and no Kosuke Hashimoto. So with a vastly undermanned squad, they stuck and was even able to win one game. Till is going to put that one through. One final attempt. And that will be your final score, 86-77. It took quite a little longer than expected, but Toyama really hung around and made it extremely difficult for the Golden Kings. This was the only quarterfinal to go the full route. But in the end, the favored team, Ryukyu, would not be denied as they take this one. And they take this series 2-1. It was a heck of a series. Game number 1, won by Ryukyu, 92-75. Toyama came right back Sunday, winning 97-74. But here today, just running out of firepower, losing by 9. Nothing for them to be ashamed of. Coach Hono and the rest of his squad did the best that they could given the circumstances. Out with 2 key players, but still making this the only quarterfinal to go 3 games. They got to be proud of their performance. And now it's time for Coach Hono to look for free agents and possibly at least one more addition. They've got to be happy with Movunga's performance. They've got to be happy with Josh Smith. But if they can get a third import, and an import that will not break league protocols, who knows? They want to be even more competitive next year. And when we say next year, that's next season, which begins in October. But the Toyama Grouses are done. Their season is over. They head home as they lose this do-or-die affair. And Ryukyu moves on to face the Chiba Jets in the semifinals. We're going to hear from some of the players, and definitely we're going to hear from Coach Hiroki Fujita. And now, one of the main reasons why they've won, Naoki Tashiro's tough defense. He didn't score. He had 3 points. That wasn't much. But why do you need to score when you have somebody like Imamura coming up with close to 30 points here
試
tonight.
合になったんじゃないのかなと思います。本当に富山グラウジーズの皆様、本当にありがとうございました。そして、精神的にも、体力的にも本当に満身創痍で、戦ってきたこのチームを本当に誇りに思います。今日は皆さんご存知だと思うんですけど、ある方の誕生日ということで、いいですか、ちょっと来ていただいて。いいですか。はい。
Where he starts off by saying he wanted to thank Toyama because they did put up a great fight.
Today's Ryukyu's birthday.
I guess a little bit tougher than they would have wanted. They wouldn't want to have to play on a Monday. They wanted to start preparing ready for Chiba. But they were forced to play game number 3. But they came out with a win in the end. And they say that it's finally great to be able to win a series here at their new stadium. And it's the birthday here of Ryuichi Kishimoto. And that's why he was called out. They're not going to hear from him, but everybody was at least able to greet him a happy birthday. This is a great birthday gift there for Kishimoto. Kishimoto eventually finished with 16 points. But a lot of those points were really in garbage time. Doesn't matter though. As long as they come out with the W, that's all that mattered. I can't believe that we're not going to hear from Keita Imamura. Imamura finished with 27 points, 8 out of 20 from the field, shooting 40% total. He took a lot of threes. He hoisted up 17, made 7 for the 41% clip. There he's on your screens. We are going to hear from Kishimoto.
本当にタフでした。誕生日なんですけど、あんまり意識せずに、今日は試合できたと思います。本当にタフでした。で、僕から見ててもやっぱドゥエイン・ジャック・キムがすごく相手の脅威に対して本当に体を張って、3日間戦ってくれたので、まだまだ戦ってもらわないと困るんですけど、皆さんねぎらってあげてください。今日は本当にありがとうございました。
Kishimoto started by thanking everybody for coming out. He said it was a tough game, so I really couldn't celebrate. Well, he wanted to celebrate his birthday today with no game, but they had to play a game. They had to play this game 3. And then he added, he's glad that everybody could battle out over 3 days. And definitely fatigue was a huge part. And you could see Mavunga and Josh Smith really hampered. They were fatigued in the second half. They pushed as far as they could, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Now let's see if we can hear from Coach Fujita. As we wait for possible more interviews, we'd like to take this opportunity to be able to invite all of you to join us for the continuing action of the playoffs here in the B League this coming Friday. Four teams remain: Utsunomiya Breaks, Kawasaki Brave Thunders, Chiba Jets, and the Ryukyu Golden Kings, who won here today. Once again, do follow us on Facebook, B.LEAGUE. And if you do have any questions about the B.LEAGUE, feel free to send me a tweet at Anthony Suntay. I'll be glad to answer all of your questions and queries. As we have the very happy Ryukyu Golden Kings. I think they're happy, and a part of them is really more relieved than anything else. They didn't expect to be taken to 3 games by an undermanned Toyama squad. They definitely didn't expect to be playing on a Monday, but they were forced to play here today. But in the end, they won, and that's all that matters. Here is Coach Fujita.
コーチ、解説の与那嶺です。勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
負けたら終わりの今日のゲーム、
はい、
選手にはどんな言葉をかけて送り出しましたか？
いや、もう本当に自分たちが今までやってきたこと、をベストを尽くして全力で、悔いのないように、やろうっていうところだけだと思います。本当に選手がよくやってくれたと思いますし、本当に誇らしいです。
そんな中で勝利を引き寄せたポイントっていうのはズバリどこでしょうか？
ポイントは本当にいろいろあるんですけど、本当ディフェンスを40分泥臭く自分たちらしく頑張ったっていうところだと思うので、苦しい時間帯ありましたけど、ディフェンス頑張ってオフェンスはゲームプランに、我慢強く沿ってプレーした結果が、今日の、勝利につながったのかなと思います。
はい、セミファイナルへの意気込みを一言よろしくお願いします。
はい、本当来週もこの、新しいアリーナで、沖縄の皆さんに、会うことができるのでとても嬉しく思ってます。千葉さんとの、試合があるので僕ららしく全力でぶつかっていきたいと思うので、ぜひ沖縄一丸となってみんなで、勝ち取りに行きましょう。応援よろしくお願いします。
セミファイナルも期待してます。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
So Coach Fujita said, first of all, congratulations to the players. They did their very best, and he thanked the fans, as always, for coming over here to support their squad. He just reminded the players to leave everything on the court and take the game by itself. Don't think about yesterday. A lot of them were definitely disappointed that there was a Game 3, but it is what it is. He said, we stuck to our defense, we played our hearts out, and in the end, they came out with the win. And that's all that mattered. Here we have Imamura.
今村選手、解説の与那嶺です。
はい、
勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
大事な試合で今日のパフォーマンスが見せられたのは何がポイントだったんでしょうか？
そうですね、もうなんかチームメイトが僕のことを見つけてくれて、しっかりパスをしてくれたので、なんかそういう信頼関係とかが今日の試合すべて出たんじゃないかなと思います。
その中でですね、一番こうエナジーが出た瞬間、なんかどんなシーンだったか、あとはあるいはどんなプレーだったか、それをお聞かせください。
そうですね、今日に関しては本当に難しいんですけど、選手全員が一つのボールをフロアダイブだったりキングスらしいプレーを続けられたのが今日の結果につながっていると思うので、そういう姿勢だと思います。
セミファイナルへ向けて一言意気込みをお聞かせください。
そうですね、本当、またタフな試合が続くと思うんですけど、しっかり
Imamura just said that the players continue to find me.
来週つなげることができたので、
I was open and I was able to knock them all down.
また来週もしっかり勝ち切りたいなと思います。
He was asked if there were any plays that stuck in his mind. He said not really much, but we just played as a team and we came out on top, and that's all that mattered. And that's why they move on to the semifinals to play at least 2 more games, but they're hoping to be able to have a whole lot more. He ended out by saying it's going to be another tough matchup as they meet Chiba next, but there's nothing we can do but go back to the drawing board and prepare hard. As we go back to some of the action here of game number 3. All important game number 3 for both these squads. The Ryukyu Golden Kings took game number 1 in this quarterfinal. Lost game number 2, but came up huge here in Game number 3. The first period was highly competitive, ending in a 2-point advantage by Ryukyu, 22-20. Both teams play their hearts out from the get-go. Here is Imamura with one of his 7 threes. Cooley with another rebound. Cooley had so many rebounds. This one, banking it through, was Imamura. He had back-to-back threes at that stage to give them a 2-point lead. They built the lead a little bit more in the second period, courtesy of Evans. Tilly also came in and hit a 3. Uto with a steal, taking it all the way through. But the first half would end in favor of Ryukyu, 42-34. There's Imamura once again. An assist inside to Josh Smith from Matsuwaki. Look at that swing from the left to the right, finding Imamura open. And then in the third quarter, still with everything to play for, an explosion of 20 points for the Golden Kings while holding Toyama to just 10. And that just opened the floodgates as they entered the fourth period up 62-44. Some bench players with good minutes. Jack Cooley didn't really score too much, but he didn't have to. He had Imamura taking up the scoring cudgels. He only finished with 7 points, but he was the main and primary defender on Josh Smith. Abe would come in with a twinner. So looking at the scoring for the Golden Kings, Imamura with 27, 16 for Kishimoto, mainly on free throws, and then Evans with 11. So only 3 players in double digits. 8 free throws given here to Kishimoto, making 6. Actually hitting those 6 points in the final 2 minutes. Mavunga tried his best, but with the sweet shooting Imamura on top of his game, it was a tough ask. Evans with a slam, one of the few times that he got away scot-free. And then Uto, still hanging tough, getting a 3-point play there over Kishimoto. But how do you stop somebody who's shooting the lights out here at the Okinawa Arena? There's another one. 7 out of 17 for 41% for Keita Imamura. Uto with a late 3. That got the lead down to 6. But it just wasn't enough. Consolation basket there, really, for Jack Cooley. That's why he finished with 7. And then, with about 2.5 minutes remaining, still, I felt some chance. At least an outside chance. Smith and Mavunga were rested. Couple of steals. Got them some baskets. This last one, the final basket of Okada before he fouled out. And after 3 tough games, finally, we have a winner of our final quarterfinal, and it's the Ryukyu Golden Kings winning it 2-1. As we take a look at the stats, from 2-point distance, shooting much better, slightly at 57% to 53% is were the Golden Kings. They shot much better from 3, 11 out of 33 for 33%. Free throws, given just about the same number. Turnovers, 12 for the Golden Kings, 10 for Toyama. But the points in the paint suddenly was in favor of Toyama, 42-32, but it wasn't enough to stem the tide. as Ryukyu wins this one 86-77. As we take a look at the top scorers for both these squads, Imamura with 27, Cooley with 17 rebounds, and Evans with 5 assists. On the other side, the high scorer was Josh Smith with 21 points. He also was the high man rebounding-wise with 15, and Julian Mavunga would finish with 7 assists in a losing cause. Well, they gave it their all, talking about Toyama, but their best wasn't enough here this Monday evening. And the semifinal bracket, it's complete. We now have 4 teams in our final 2 matchups. It will be Utsunomiya Brex up against the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, and the Chiba Jets winning the team that won here today, the Ryukyu Golden Kings. I believe we're going to be showing you the bracket in just a bit, just so you can see how they progress to this stage. Remember, the top 8 teams make it to the B-League Championships, which is actually the B-League playoffs. Top 3 teams from each conference make it automatically, and then the next 2 teams with the best record, regardless of conference, will make it here to the playoffs. And there you have it, the B-League Championship for 2020-2021, and the 4 teams in. We have Utsunomiya Brex, and they will face the Kawasaki Brave Thunders this weekend. And the Chiba Jets will face the Ryukyu Golden Kings. We've got another exciting weekend coming up for B-League action. At this point, we'd like to invite you for that. Thanks for joining us here tonight. This has been Anthony Suntay for B-League coverage. Till next time, take care. Have a good week ahead. God bless.